Mr. Trump has recently come up with an idea to organize a military parade in Washington, in the USA. I think the only parade he should be allowed to hold is one in his office with toy-sized soldiers and tanks and stuff. First, because then we would be able to use that 10 or even 30 or even $50 million towards something good, something that actually matters. Second, because streets should be full of love, or at least neutral, you know? Military parades, as the military itself, will have to become a thing of the past, whether you want it or not. And yes, I'm talking to you, Mr. Trump, and all the other world leaders for that matter. Times are changing and you should all get on board or be removed from your positions. Sorry. Because there are no monsters to fight, not from where I'm standing, and there's no threat. A few mentally ill people, maybe, and lots of stupid politicians that we need to fire because all they're doing is they're making things worse. Stirring up unnecessary emotions, acting on behalf of millions who don't want war or conflict or even funding being directed towards armed forces. We have moved on from that. We're smarter now. Mr. Trump should not be in the White House. In fact, none of the people that are in the White House should be in the White House. I saw videos of Trump saying horrendous things which he should not be allowed to say, not while being in such a powerful position. And all these people that stand around him, none of them reacted, none of them said anything or did anything. They just stood there and nodded their heads, which is pretty much what they always do. And that disqualifies them to me, and none of their qualifications or experience or anything matters at that point. They should not be in charge of anything with worldviews like that. Trump is talking BS and you're not doing anything to stop it, even though you're in the same room. And just in case you didn't understand me, I'll repeat once again. Here's the thing about military parades. They should not be taking place. Here's the thing about military. It should not exist. I know it's hard to accept this, but every single person who ever joined the military in any country, in any place, did the wrong thing, not the right thing. They may have thought that they were doing the right thing, but no, they weren't. You may be a good person, but you're part of something that's wrong. Now let's look at the rather uninspiring facts here. We live in a world where certain people can talk openly about militarizing, about nuclear weapons even. That is crazy to me. We live in a world where the United Nations can meet to vote on a treaty to ban nuclear weapons, and 38 countries, 38, can vote no. That was the case in 2016, and that is even more crazy to me. And we live in a world where still in so many places there's this sick notion that it's honorable to serve your country, as they say. Like it's a good thing to do. What kind of value does anything we created have, our education systems, our courts, if every country has this madness called armed forces? Not to mention people simply being mean to one another, deceiving one another, making money off of one another. I'm afraid that some other civilization from Cosmos would judge us very quickly and we would come across as a very false and slightly deluded species. Trump should not get any sort of parade. What Trump should do is go home. That's what he should do. And the world would be a better place in that instant, honestly. Alrighty, bye.